Next, we want to define site objects within our map. To do this, we're going to go to Site Objects and also the Home tab in AutoCAD. Use polylines to trace out your roof. You can use these same polylines to also trace out obstructions. Once we're happy with all of our roof obstructions that we've drawn, we can turn off any layers, like our imagery layer. Everything in PVCAD is already sorted for you into layers. Then, coming to our Site Objects tab, we're going to define each of our shapes, starting with the roof outline. As soon as I've defined it as a roof, it's labeled and I can apply inputs such as height, setback, slope, rafter spacing, parapet height, and azimuth. All inputs are working in the units that your AutoCAD document has been set to. When we set a slope, it allows us to alter our azimuth. In this case, it has a preset azimuth of 180. If I want to change this, I can either type in a new number or I can recalculate using the snap button here. To snap, specify your first point and then a second point, and PVCAD will calculate that direction. In this case, the azimuth of my roof is 175. I can also define a custom setback by selecting Custom Setbacks Define. It will highlight each edge for you to set a custom setback. For commercial roofs, we can also set a parapet height. This will render shadows for each wall depending on that parapet height. Next, I'm going to define my obstructions. When I set a height for my obstruction, it will generate a shadow path for that obstruction. In this instance, I've made my obstruction 3 feet tall. And you can see here the shadow path that's been generated. This defaults to winter solstice 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also set your shadow parameters under PVCAD settings. If I have an off-roof obstruction like a tree, I can also set the height of this. In this instance, you can see the shadow path of my tree, but you'll notice it's not coming up onto my roof. This is because PVCAD recognizes that even though my tree is about 30 feet tall, my roof is also about 20 feet tall, and therefore no shadow will actually be on the roof.